Do you know what the most important part of any fashion piece is? Not the cut, not the fabric, the color. Before a garment takes shape, it starts with color, as color calls out from a distance before anyone can see its shape or feel it. Color is the identity of a brand, like Tiffany blue, Hermes orange, or Valentino red. Designers work in one part of the world while the fabrics are dyed in another. Matching that color is no small task. Your eyes can see millions of colors, but colors isn't fixed. It's how your brain interprets reflected light. Change the light and there'll be a change of color. In two different lights, fabric can end up looking completely different.
To understand in depth how color perception works, please check out our previous episode, Why Lab Dips Are Needed. Now, you might think, how hard can it be to match a shade of green? Well, very. Because this isn't painting a fence. This is high-stakes fashion warfare. One wrong shade and suddenly your luxury brand looks like a watermelon in a midlife crisis. Each season, designers go absolutely bonkers over colors. Some wander through flea markets in Marrakesh. Others meditate in Iceland and come back with a pebble. Yes, a pebble. This gray, they'll say, speaks to my soul. And the mill is left with the task of turning that soul into dye recipe. These color references may come in the form of swatches from the ends of the earth, Pantone numbers no one can pronounce, or cold, emotionless spectrophotometer values like L star 62.4, A star 4.1, B star 12.3. Thrilling? But regardless of the source, the mill must reproduce the color on the exact fabric that's going to be used in production. Because, spoiler alert, dye doesn't behave the same on every fabric. You wouldn't test a racing engine on a lawnmower, would you? Step by step, how lab dips are made. 1. Use the correct base fabric. Rule number 1. No cheating. You want to make lab dips on the actual fabric that'll be used in bulk, not something similar, not close enough. Base fabrics will change the color optics. Twill is not poplin. 2. Analyze the color standard. Next, you stare at the shade reference. If you're lucky, it's a Pantone. If you're not, it's a scrap of sorry someone's aunt sent from Goa. This is where the spectrophotometer enters like a sci-fi hero, extracting L star, A star, and B star, values with the emotional range of a robotic accountant. But it helps. It gives a precise starting point, unless your fabric absorbs dye like a sponge in a puddle. 3. Prepare beaker trials. Now comes the fun part. Tiny beakers of chaos. The lab prepares 3 to 4 dye options, each just slightly different from the other, and each one representing a unique color recipe, like bluish blue, more bluish blue, and possibly purple like Prince. 4. Compare and adjust. These swatches are examined in a light box, because showroom lighting lies like a politician on camera. The designer peers in, muttering, still too green. The technician adjusts. Repeat, again and again. Sometimes it takes more trials than dating apps to find a match. 5. Record, recipes, and approve. Once a match is achieved, hallelujah, the lab ties that exact shade to a specific recipe, locked down, signed, dated, and basically treated like the Magna Carta. 6. Bulk dyeing. Using approved recipe. The approved recipe now goes from beaker to big machine. But here's the kicker. Even at scale, the color must stay within delta E tolerance, which is fashion speak for don't screw it up, or we'll send angry emails in all caps. Why fabric choice matters. Think of color like sound. The same music played on a violin versus a drum kit? Entirely different vibe. Likewise, a dye on voile doesn't behave like it does on satin or heavy cotton twill. Change the yarn, the weave, or the weight, and you've just color shifted into a different planet. So remember, always approve lab dips on the exact fabric you plan to mass produce. Practical tips for designers. and everyone else. Sign and date the approved lab dip. If it's not signed, it's not real. Like a promise from a politician. Use the correct fabric quality. PFD means prepared for dyeing, not pick from drawer. Always use the right light source, not your iPhone flashlight. Definitely not candlelight. Keep the approved swatch. Treat it like your passport. You'll need it when things go wrong.
Where we mess with yarns before the real weaving begins. Remember, skills are like a cheap zipper. Ignore the details and everything falls apart. So ask questions, stay sharp, and keep your fashion from becoming a cautionary tale. If you want more, like, subscribe, and hit that follow button or risk being the person who calls lab dips just pretty colors.